show on the road. Hopefully my audio is okay. I just had a little bit of an audio glitch there. But welcome to Tolkien Craft 2 with me, Sid. And yeah, just wait till we check that everything's live. Sip of beer. Mandatory start of stream advert on the screen there for what is it? Something involving shooting at battlefields. There we go. Okay, right. So anyway, welcome everybody to the Tolkien Craft live stream with me, Sid, or Sid, or whatever you want to say. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, obviously nothing changed much since yesterday's episode on the YouTubes. So the one thing I have noticed is this draconic evolution stuff eats power like things. I mean, that's only 1 million. I had a look at the chest and that takes 10 million RF to charge. And if we just bounce over here, you'll notice that that one is actually not so bad now. It's recharged. That one has also recharged it a little bit, but these two are completely empty, and that one's about half empty when I logged on. As pointed out, there is a cooldown period here, and hi Neil. And in fact, I think it was Neil who pointed out that it's probably not efficient splitting the energy 4 ways like this, but for the time being it will do. Until we at least get an enderinium thingy going. And as I say, I mean, the solar stuff is topping up the system quite nicely. Let me just bounce out here. So let's just have a check on the... Hello, anybody? No? Good. Oh. You are supposed to be sitting. I'll give up. Yeah, I mean, that just charges up. I don't think it charges up so fast it's untrue. So I think I mentioned in the intro that I had some plans for today, and they are fairly loose plans, I'll be honest. And they would probably be benefited by me not loading cobble into my inventory when I got my dev null set to cobble. Right, well that's alright, it's only cobble, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, the plan basically revolves around getting my Thaumcraft infusion set up into a place where we can actually, I mean, this was fine just to get the basics done, but you know, it's not ideal. Now up the top here we've got quite a bit of space, and I was thinking about a nice little Thaumcraft tower poking out the top. The door will probably have to move, but yeah, I can live with that. And what I was thinking is, from about here we're looking at a, let me get this right, a 19 by 19 circle tower. So let me just, in fact that's one, so 19 will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now I could come back this way a little bit, in fact I may do. So let's do this kind of reverse order from there. 1 2 3, hang on, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and that will be the 9th position there, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and that would bring it to there, which I think will probably work better. So, and then where were we? From here we go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, counting with Sid, yay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that should be 8 plus 8, that's 16, that's, oh no, 9. And failing to count with Sid, even better. Just showing my numeracy skills off there. Right, so it's going to be that, isn't it? And then right up to this edge, which it still works, and it will kind of just be offset there a wee bit. So the first thing I suppose we need to do is get some trees out of our life and probably get that tower out of our life. Fortunately, we've got a very easy way of getting trees out of our life, so yeah, we'll do that quick and easy. Oh, by the way, Neil, if you're playing on the server and watching this at the same time, I'm not taking any responsibility for player deaths. Just want that out there right from the start. Come on. Oh, how tall are you? Very tall, that's what the answer is. Bang. Okay, what about you? You are in the way. Not really. So I suppose the next thing we need to do is decide at what level we're going to. Let me take you out. So you're going to be my. Damn it. So has everybody had a good weekend anyway? Let's get the pleasantries out of the way before I start swearing at this game. And I mean, mine has been fun, as anybody who plays on the Mage server knows, because we did the upgrade, and the upgrade was painful, to say the least. But we got there, it works, and everything is good. So that will take you right out to there. Now, if I remember rightly, I've got a seven gap this way. So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Have I got my sleeping bag on me? Yes, I have. Just saves me running down every 5 minutes to skip the night. So yeah, the upgrade. It wasn't too painful. Truth be known, it was stressful because things were not working the way they were supposed to. So, you know, everything worked in testing, and then you deploy to the server and bang, errors. So yeah, and of course every time I log the server back on, just hey, hi Chris. Every time I turned the server back on to see whether it was working, everybody jumped on and it was like, no, it's not working yet, please. So yeah, it was fun, and I think it was the generators that did it. That's what I'm blaming anyway. So that we need to take out everything this way. Oops, and a bit of the tower. It doesn't matter, that tower's going to have to go anyway. So that takes us to there. This is going to be a honking big circle, by the way. Forget I have my name this here. It'd be interesting. I should go and check the server logs, see how many of you are actually on now. So yeah, it's been an interesting 2 weeks, as you know. Darling wife has been diagnosed alive. Angina was the diagnosis for the mad rush into. Well, we went to A&E on Sunday, and then we were back in hospital on the Monday as well. So that was entertaining. And I should have made a hammer. It probably would have been quicker than this. But yeah, so that was fun. And 5 at the minute. Today we got a call from daughter-in-law who'd been rushed into hospital with a diabetic attack. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to be streaming or not today, but she's been discharged and is back home and is all happy. Well, she's not happy because she's got to inject herself more often, but you know, alive, happy. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks really for that kind of thing. So what have we got down here? Then we're going out 2. So 1 and 2, and take this lot out. So I've already done the circle plot. Off camera, so I know roughly what size of circle I want. So yeah, that was good, and had mother-in-law over for dinner today, so that was nice. Do I look genuine? And of course we've had work and all the usual rigmarole that goes in there, including the most boring training course ever. I mean, absolutely. Hey, how you doing? In all seriousness, I was on a 2-day ITIL foundation training course, and I don't know whether you've heard of ITIL. ITIL is a set of good practices for IT management, formulated by the British government, and it has become a world standard for this kind of thing, believe it or not. I mean, I know it's hard to believe. Let me just put, oh God, got more crap in my inventory. Let me just put you back for starters. Yeah, so it's become, you know, this standard of good practice, which, as you can imagine, anything that involves the British government and standards, oh, no, go back, is the kind way of saying it would be bureaucratic. It is tediously boring. It is so mind-numbingly soul-destroying. So I had a 2-day course and an exam at the end of it, and I don't know what my result is for the exam yet. It was a 2-hour exam. I finished it in 20 minutes. So I finished the mock in 20 minutes and scored about 92%. So hopefully I repeated that, but I've got no idea. Having said that, I've only invested 2 days of my life in it, so I'm not too worried if I fail. It's not like I've sat a degree and spent 27 grand in fees plus loans and all of that stuff on top of that, and failed that. It's like I say, it's 2 days worth of training. Right, well that is the shape that the circle's going to take. Now I think, do I need to, I might have to dig those, I can't remember. So I've got my chisel. I've also got more crap in my inventory than I know what to do with, and let's get some. Will you stop doing that? I'll go with that for now, and we can black you. This needs to drop down a bit, but we can at least start getting the circle plotted now. Oh god, this magnet ring is going to annoy me today. So yeah, ITIL, I heartily recommend it. Not 1, 2, 3. To be honest, I mean, apparently it is becoming quite the standard for people to ask for in certain IT jobs. So it's, you know, it's not going to hurt me having it under my belt, but I certainly won't lose any sleep over it. It was not a good course. Well, not a good course to sit. As I say, it was very, very tedious. What else has been going on? I'm trying to think. I'm actually delivering a course next week, which is quite scary. Been asked to. I do a intro to Unix course for our postgraduates and staff, and they've asked me to deliver it to some of the IT guys who are not. Hey, look at that. Whee! Follow me. Yeah, they've asked me to deliver it to some of our less Unix literate IT guys. 2, 3. That gets me that side. Hup. And then over this side we're going to have 1, 2, 1, 1, and bang, and 2, and then, oh dear. Hup. I probably should go and sort my inventory out while I'm dragging half it around on the ground around me, but you know, there you go. 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll have a 2, and I'm hoping this misses the chimney, otherwise I'm going to have trouble. Okay, cut. So that's your 1, and then there's another one there. Oh God, learn to shoot your dig spell. That's probably a good advice to take. So that's going to be the extent of the tower. So we can take out, well, let me go and empty my inventory somewhat. Don't suppose I've got much space in my backpack, have I? No, I haven't. And I haven't got a golden bag of holding or anything on me, so let's just go and get rid of this lot that's following me down the stairs. And I'm probably going to stick elevators in here to get around with this dizzying path down, because it's a pain otherwise. Oh, the terminal's in here. Terminal's in here. So we'll have rid of all of that and 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 that. Ah, it's all good. So yeah, there's that's been my week. Oh, and obviously lots of recording between times. Obviously with the Mage 2 stuff, I've actually got not 2 episodes of Mage next week, but I've got 4 coming out, because it's early doors. It's easy stuff. You know, you haven't got huge grinds to get, you know, to to achieve the slightest bit of progress. Hang on, right. Time for you to come down, O Tower. And yeah, so there'll be 4 episodes next week, in addition to all the usual stuff. I've got a couple of mod showcases which should be coming out as well. So right, let's just get rid of the night again. Sleep under the stars. They should let it so you can actually look up at the sky when you're sleeping in Minecraft. So okay, so you need to get out of the life of me big time. I wonder whether I can target that. Yeah, got it. Yeah. So everybody else had anything interesting happen? Everybody had a, well, I'm guessing there's not many mothers here, but I'm sure that, well, I do know, for example, that I know one of the guys on the server had to take mum and kids out for Mother's Day dinner. Why is it? This is one thing that always baffles me, is why do dads always get lumbered with the task of making sure that kids deliver their Mother's Day presents? Right, so you are breaking out, and you are like that. So we can replace that with an elevator. That will go nicely. So what we need to do now is think about some design considerations. So right, where are we? Let's have a look at the old chisel again. I'm gonna stick in cobblestone just because it's cheap. Like me. No, not really. I'm not. Well, Actually, yeah, really, I suppose my wife would definitely agree with that. So we'll have a central pillar of creepery faces going up here. And I suppose while I'm over this side I should just blend this in as well. So it's one of the things I always like to do, and I dislike when you see on builds, is where you get that and then they'll just leave whatever the whatever the terrain is underneath, and I like to kind of bring them down so they blend into the terrain. Just me. I think it adds a bit of a finish to them. So here we will have 3 going down. 1, 2, 3, like that. So again, it blends in and it doesn't have a jarring things. Thirds. I take what is that, shifts? I'm assuming we're talking when we say thirds. Oh dear. I've never actually worked shift work. I've always been lucky in that respect. That. Let me just blast those out, and we can bring you and blend you in there, and then over here. This is the biggest problem I find with your inventory, is you're just picking up all the crap that bounces off the blocks, as well as the dirt and whatever. So, no, I didn't really need to take that one out. It was just that one, and then I'll do that just to be thorough. And that should be everything except this side, which hey, we should be able to do fairly easily. Where are we? Where are we? We are here. Yeah, that's good. And then that needs to come down one more. And then I always found as a kid there was great mileage in a hand-drawn Mother's Day card. That'll get you out of any number of presents. It helped if you're actually moderately artistically talented, which of course I wasn't, but you know, mums always think whatever kids do is the greatest thing since sliced bread, don't they? It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's there. So yeah, but of course the drawback to that is, to this day my mum has still got a few of the cards and things I drew even back when I was like 30 odd years ago. It's can be well, it's embarrassing when you bring your girlfriend around for the first time and she's, look what our little genius did when he was only 5. But yeah, there you go. Right, let's have that out. We'll bring this, oh damn carpenter's blocks. We'll bring this down a little bit. I think we can probably come down one level will work. And then we need to polish that up a little bit. Of course, you know, you can polish a turd as much as you like, and if it doesn't look right the first time, then it's still going to be a turd. But anyway, we'll get this kind of knocked out quickly and try and get some detail put in. Now the other thing I am going to want to do is bring the AE system up here eventually. Yes. Well, it's any parent's duty to maintain at least 1 or 2 embarrassing photos of their darling loved ones to be extracted and revealed every time they bring back a prospective girl stroke boyfriend. If you haven't got a photo of them naked on a white sheepskin rug aged 6 months old, you haven't done your job right. Of course, I think you have to be a parent to even appreciate that. As a kid, you don't appreciate it at all. And to be fair, my mum still does it to me. Well, not with prospective partners, because obviously I'm married, but she still pulls the photo albums out now and again of me aged 14 with me long hair and denim jacket on and sweatbands. That was the big thing for me, sweatbands. Speaking of that, now I know one or two of you guys are of a similar generation to me. Do you remember medicated shampoo? You remember the stuff that was made out of coal oil? And it occurred to me it only occurred to me, I'm only asking the question because I washed my hair earlier this evening for, it's that time of year, and I sat there and I got this smell that was definitely familiar, and I sat there and I looked at it, and it was medicated shampoo, and obviously it wasn't the tar oil stuff, coal oil, but it was smelt so familiar. It was quite scary, and it just brought back that memory of that coal or tar oil. I can't remember if it was coal oil or tar oil, but it was the stuff that my grandparents always used to buy. They didn't buy Head and Shoulders, they'd buy this stuff that made you smell like you'd just come out from a shift down the pit. Just wondered. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it was a Yorkshire thing. I'm not seeing anybody sitting there. Yeah. Medicated shampoo made from coal. It makes you wonder how desperate someone had to be that they wanted to wash their hair, and they're like, oh, I've got no Timotei or anything. What shall I use? Oh, I've got this coal oil. That kind of, it does smack of a kind of level of desperation, doesn't it? Okay, so what do we want to do here? Let's have a little tink. Still sticking with the cobble. Now what I'm thinking is actually having a window that runs 3 with this is a sill going on, and then again 3 here, and damn it, missed 3 here, and finally 3 here. Oh, I'm trying to think, what was that? The Head and Shoulders made famous by that. Oh, what was it? Oh, it was that thing with what's his face from me and my descriptions. What's his face from X-Files? That film where they had the alien meteorite and it landed and mutated, and all these weird mutation creatures came out, but they were vulnerable to the key ingredient of Head and Shoulders. Yeah, it just goes to show what kind of quality movies I watch. So let's go here again. So if I kind of frame the window out, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not wearing the draconic armor, by the way. That's just me being a bit derpy and falling off of things. Ow. 2, 3, 4. Okay, what's the bets I can make this jump? If you bet I couldn't, you just lost money. Although you would have been probably fairly right in making that assumption that I wouldn't have been able to make that jump, because under normal circumstances my parkour skills are next to non-existent. So yeah, medicated shampoo, a blast from the past there. Obviously I still use it because it was in the bath. Well, I use, to be honest, I use whatever's there, so you know, there are times when I smell like a fruit salad because it's been Timotei or something, and times when I smell like coal oil. Excuse me while I just itch my nose a little bit. And right, where's me creeper faces? Right, and down like this. Did that go too high there? I've got a sneaking suspicion I went one too high, but I think that's kind of reasonably things. Just confirm to me that you're still seeing the video, because I'm not on my side, so I just wanted to make, oh god, yeah, we're getting the duplication block glitch again, but not a problem. I hope you're still seeing the video, otherwise I'm talking to nobody, and there's a word for people like that. Can't remember what it is, but there is a word. That's fine, it's just alright. Sometimes it goes on my side, but then again I am using the bandwidth for both up and downstream, so I don't, or it does, sometimes it just comes up and says loading video, and that's it. That's the last we ever saw of it. I want that one. Let me just chisel you to that, and then chisel you back to that. No, interesting. Chisel you to that. Oh, now the back. And we're back in the room. So yeah, little blast from the past there. Oops. Okay. I suppose it makes more sense doing that little jump one less, and then I don't take damage. Well, I don't take damage anyway, but you know what I mean. How am I going to roof this? That's a good question. I'm going to go for flat, because I think doing a pointy roof on this could be a right royal pain in the posterior. Get those down. In fact, let's just do that. Yeah, we're still good there. Amazing. Yeah, that's right. Right, so what else? What else could we been rattling on about? Well, material energy hypercubed. Ow. I mustn't do that off the things. It's going reasonably well. We've just, as I say, I generally, by this point, have recorded everything for the next week, with the exception of this, basically, so we don't get the continuity errors. This week's a little bit different in that I also haven't managed to record Terra Firma Craft yet. Yeah, because real life and server upgrades. So I've still got that joy to look forward to. It is getting to the point now where it is getting incredible. Oh, I shouldn't have taken those out. It doesn't matter. It is getting incredibly grindy, and whilst I greatly enjoy Terra Firma Craft, I will be happy to see this particular season end and move on to something else now, because the yes, I have on my vanilla server, well, not on the Titanium Gaming vanilla server, some years ago. I haven't done one in a while, but I did quite a large one actually. So yeah, I mean, we could dome it. I would need to refresh my memory of get the old cylinder tool. Whether I'll be able to do that on camera or not, I don't know, because that's domes are a pain in the backside to do. But yeah, could be a way to do it, and then maybe even have a telescope out of one of these. I could mock a telescope up somehow. Okay, got a good view from up here actually. Oh, a little tower over there. Yeah. So I did go a little bit chemistry heavy, I must admit, in the last couple of episodes, because I made the most expensive dirt in the game, otherwise known as fertilized dirt. And in Material Energy Hypercubed, that uses a hell of a lot of resources to get going. But I need to generate compressed cookies like they're going out of fashion, so there you go. But yeah, an observatory might work up here. I'm getting tired of the crunching sound now. Oh well, let's have another one. Okay, so that's that. Let's eat again. Well, that didn't work. So I'm going to need some of those carpenter stairs that I so carelessly threw away. Well, threw in the AE system, I didn't throw them away, but you know what I mean. I don't need that, I really don't need that, or that, or that, or that, or that, but I could do with some carpenter's stairs. Or do I want carpenter stairs actually? No, I'm going to go with solid blocks, I think. So I've got to get glass in there as well, haven't I? Now, quartz glass, I wonder. Where's me hacksaw gone? I think it's in the A system. Saw. Glass. Now, go with coloured glass. Good point. Guide. It is. Make me. Good point. So let's get, I'll worry about the window filling in a bit later on, because as I say, I might want to do something slightly different with that. Or it might only be three windows, three of them are windows and one of them's a large telescope aperture. So, right. What would make sense, you know, would be ladders. Oh well, no problem. Actually, it's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds though, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll have, because I think the telescope should face out that way anyway, whatever we do. So we can come out, oh, damn it. So that was the top of that bit of wall. Bye bye. And if that's the top, then that's going to be the point where maybe one above that would be the point where we come out, and then we can, if I kind of center this on the where are we? We're not there yet. Yeah, I think that's probably the point where we want the builder's guide. Better sleep before things get unpleasant. Right, drink while we're doing that. Oh, of course, the other big news for me is I'm in the process of quitting smoking. Hence why I've got my electronic ciggy, which I'm far more comfortable using on camera than I would have been using an ordinary ciggy. Now, I would have thought that would have done something, but let's go and check it out. Hup. Hup. Oh, I know what's the matter. Let me just options, video, fancy. No? Changing size. Nah. Oh. God. Dear God. Right, let's... Why am I not seeing any building guides here? Oh, does it? They didn't used to need a building a signal, did it? I don't recall it used to needing... But the words, they're not coming. I need a stick then, don't I? Tell you what, I'm not going all the way back down just to get a damn stick, so we'll borrow a bit of this, and I'll have the rest of that tree down later. Pardon me. Hang on, make stick first. Make stick. Make lever. Apply lever. Oh, okay, yes, there we go. Right, so what I want is cylinder, no. Cuboid, dome, that's what we want at that point there. Right, what size is it? 8 by 9 by 8. Oh, that's taking its... Got it, damn it. I'll get there eventually. Sphere, cylinder, cube, dome. So I need to go... What I really need to do is... Do you know what? What I really need to do is drink my 2.5 minute flight potion. And then we can check this out properly, can't we? So you're not there. So you're now 8 by 8 by 7. That doesn't sound right. 8 by 8, 8 by 9. No. Let's have a check now. We should be 9, 9. No, it sounds like a German movie. I think that's it. I think that will do the trick. So if we come out over here, this is going to be awkward because I can't see for the damn dome now. Now what I'm thinking is we'll do, because these domes are generally rotatable, maybe if we do kind of like this, and I'll just come in and like that, and like that, and then again, and again. Yeah, and there we go, and then one more, and that'll give us this side. Have I gone? Hang on. That looks right. Am I just missing something here? Let me just take that one out a second. Yeah, there is one there. That's alright then. I'll let it off. But not one there. So that'll give us that, and then we can go and do the awkward bit again. And yeah, this is going to be, I think this will look pretty good once it's done, if we can get the mix of stuff right. Get in there. Yep, and then we're coming across here one and out one. Oh, right, where are we? God, this is going to be big. This is definitely going to be big. I thought it would be quite large, but you know what it's like when these things catch you by surprise, and I didn't realise it was going to be that big. Still, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing. Right. Hello, slime. How did you get in there? And again, now the question is, for the actual dome, do we go with this stone or do we use a different material? And if we use a different material, have I got enough of it? I mean, we've got marble in the pack. White might look quite good. 1, 2, 3, and there, and there, and there. Almost round. Well, I mean, it is round for a given value with round anyway. Right, where's my chisel gone? Need some more of you. So that comes out and that comes back out of there because we don't need that one. That's 2, 1. And oh, that little slime's chasing me. It's alright, I'll get to you eventually, Mr. Slime. Okay, then we need a 2, don't we? So come in 1 and then 1 and 2. And then we're back to the first side. Which, so that gives us that. Now I need to just get down a second. Yeah, I really don't know what that slime thought it was going to do. It caught me. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Now the question, as I say, is what materials. Let's go and have a quick peek downstairs in the AE system and see what we've got. And get rid of that, and that for now. And what do we got then? Marble, 135, so there's nowhere near enough, but I've got 256 of that. What can I do with that? I can cook it. So I've got artifice marble. I've got okay guys, what do we think? Marble? Or let's have a look, see what we've got else. We've got limestone. Not really enough. or just go with plain cobble with maybe a trim of something like the limestone to trim the actual opening. All quiet. You would. Means I've got to get more marble. Let's go and see if we... Right, let me dump this off for starters, and the saw, because I don't want you right now. I'm going to say what time it is, but what time is it? But I can never read that. It's time to sleep. That's what time it is. Then we'll go down and dig some marble. Right, so it did tell me how many blocks it was, but I don't recall what number it said. It was a number, and you know, me and numbers not good at the best of times. Wait, get me in there. Right, hello. Fortunately, it's not rare. So we can definitely have marble. I think I had a couple of stacks back there, didn't I? So if I can get 2 or 3 stacks here. What we got going on around here? Anything? Oh, to note. Yeah, more marble. Mine. So if we go with marble for the dome, I think we still need a trim for the edge. Well, I'll have those while I'm here, because it'd be silly not to. Oh, hello. Hello indeed. Let me just grab a little bit of junk and go and see who's home, shall we? Hi. Oh, and now we've got one of them little head crawler things. Oh, bum. That. Right, come here. And that's a legendary. What's it? Rare, tricky skeleton bomber. With 40 hit points. Missed him. After all that. Right, you die. Come here, you. Get. Will you just sod off and die? Right, nobody else down there. There's probably nothing in here, just for good measure. Mundane amulet. Steel helmet, 2 more dragon eggs, because I need dragon eggs like I need a hole in the head. Mana steel, a professional tree puncher. No, I still want the Fresh Prince. There's a... yeah, that's a good idea. And a golden feather. I'm not really bothered. I'm actually more interested in the marble. But we'll grab this marble here while we're here now, because it would seem wrong not to. and there was another patch that I spotted up down this way. So we'll have some of that while we're at it. You know, I don't know about you, but whenever I go back to having to hit pieces of stone with a pickaxe, it always makes me sad after this. Because you don't realise how spoilt you are until you can't do this. Oops, missed. Except of course that I've got all the targeting abilities of a automated drone. There's actually on the training course I had last week, the guy who was doing the training was an ex-contractor working on British drones, so he had quite a good chat about drone technology and, you know, his stance on giving drones their authority to fire, which I think is just an insane idea, mainly because I've seen Terminator, and, you know, down that road Arnold Schwarzenegger droids lie. So we definitely don't want to go there. What did he give me anyway? Bane of Arthur turds. Wonderful. Okay, well, can't whinge. I can. Do you know what? You can have pride of place in my hallway. So, right, let's have a look what we got. We can get rid of you, get rid of you. So we got that, get rid of that. Let me go and get the marble. So that will chisel. Let me just check. So let me just check this out. I don't know whether you mean, yeah, so presumably I have to smelt it first. Before it will chisel into things. So I've got a fair bit of marble already there, and I suppose I could just run some of that through the electronic furnace. I mean, it is actually, I mean, in all seriousness, it is actually a... Really? It is actually quite a scary thought, the idea of giving machines the authority to decide when they fire or not. You know, you can feel, all right, beer's out, onto my orange juice. You can feel moderately confident knowing that, all right, the machine is flying itself, but at least before it gets to... well, let me just check that out. Yeah, so we can bring it back to there. Brilliant, that's good. So we'll let that run through. Let's go and have a look at this roof. That is actually, I think this is going to look nice. I'm pleased you came up with that idea. See how magnanimous I am? I didn't even try and claim the idea for myself. But yeah, that's a good one. Ladders. Bloody ladders, John. Alright, let's pillar out here, and then we can just use this side of the hill to get up, I think. If I can do it without jumping off the edge. Okay, and up, and up, and up. So, it's probably going to be easier just to... Let's try. This builder's guide is bloody brilliant, but it's also quite awkward to see exactly what you're doing. So that's like that, and then we got one of those, and then we got one of those, and then 1, 2, and a 3. Duh. Yeah, we're getting there. Now what I'll do is I'm going to build the whole dome. Yeah, I'm not going to get into my how to solve the world population problems idea, because most people don't understand. Well, it's not the world population problem actually. The world's problems are actually entirely to do with population. So the problem isn't that the world is overpopulated. All of the problems the world experiences are due to the fact that it's overpopulated. You know, famine, greenhouse gases, everything comes back to the fact that there's just too many damn people. And so I'm one of these people that, how do I put this subtly? I like to kind of encourage people to think by taking radical viewpoints, if that makes sense. So I may not necessarily believe these viewpoints, but by taking a radical stance and sitting there saying something totally outrageous, which is, you know, totally inhumane perhaps, or whatever, you actually get people to start discussing issues. And so I kind of put to someone once that you could solve nearly every single problem on this planet, you know, religious intolerance, greenhouse gases, you name it, you could solve it, and all you need to do is kill about 4.5 billion people. And no shadow of a joke, this person took me quite seriously and said that I was worse than Hitler, which I took as a compliment, because it actually shocked them out of their safe, cosy little world where, you know, Bob Geldof is a saint and things. And it's doubly appropriate at the moment, because what with Comic Relief just been on last night, you know, many of the problems in these countries are to do with really stupid things like, you know, overbreeding. And, you know, it's not their fault. The education system, the culture they grow up in is entirely geared towards large families, but it's I'm probably going to get some really unpleasant comments when I put this one live, but I'll live with it. But yeah, so I just kind of tentatively suggested that, you know, kill 4.5 billion people and the world's problems would go away. And like I say, I don't necessarily believe some of the twaddle that I actually come up with, but it is entertaining to watch it when somebody actually thinks maybe you do. Right, I need you. Gimme. So yeah, that was just little aside there of me talking things, but yeah, I definitely don't want the what's happened here? That is right, isn't it? We've gone in one, yeah. So we're there, and then right across here like this. Dome building, not as easy as it looks, even with a bloody guide. Right, so you've got to come out again, and you can go in, you go there. Oh god. Yeah, we could let Cthulhu loose. And in the years gone by, I could have actually recited the, you know, chant, but that kind of superfluous information, well, semi-superfluous, I mean, there's no such thing as superfluous information where Cthulhu's involved, you know, or even Yog-Sothoth, or the Terry Pratchett, which is, I don't know whether you saw in the news, but hiya, how you doing? I don't know whether you saw in the news, Terry Pratchett died last week, which was a great well, for me, was a huge loss. I loved Terry Pratchett's works, so I wasn't surprised. I mean, you know, he'd been suffering with Alzheimer's for a long time. I was surprised he'd not actually managed to get away with an assisted death, because I know he was a big advocate of assisted death. But yeah, it was sad, because for one thing it means there'll be no more Terry Pratchett books for me to read, which is a kind of a selfish thing, but you know, after all, that's what I liked him for. I liked his writing. And of course, if you remember his early writings, he actually did use Cthulhu for a couple of his stabs at sorry, pardon me, popular fiction. So I think it was either, was it the Light Colour? It was either the Colour of Magic or the Light Fantastic, and he had the he mentioned, or was it? Oh, I don't know. It was one of the early books where he mentioned Yog-Sothoth rather than Yog-Sothoth, who was whose famous cry was "You what? You what? You what?" I think he was possibly taking a little bit of a stab at British yobbish youth culture at the time, but yeah, so that was a bit of a loss. I liked it one afterwards. I've still got a flying potion, plus I'm going to rip some of this out anyway, just to make life even more fun, because I want to put the actual telescope in once it's in. Even though it won't be a working telescope, it will, damn it. You know, it will be a representation of. I may actually use magic blocks to block up the actual skylight around the telescope as well, just so mobs can't wander in through the observatory roof, because the last thing you want when you're doing a particularly complicated and dangerous infusion is a creeper going off in the middle of it. Well, the last thing you want going off in the middle of your base is a creeper, but you know what I'm saying. Oh dear, right, where are we going? We are at least getting close to the top now, so we can then start thinking about how I'm going to put the gap in. And I can think about finishing off the top of the roof as well, because there's a big gap right around the middle at the moment. Oh, Take It Classic. It was one of the mods I almost put in Mage version 3. Was kind of a, I suppose. Oh, yeah, no, I did want that. A bit of a reminiscence style of mod, and it was Project E. I don't know whether anybody's used Project E, but it's basically Equivalence Exchange 2 recoded, and I thought long and hard about it, because I used to love that mod, but my god, was it overpowered. Once you got the Flower of Power and alchemical, not the alchemical chest, the, oh hang on, there's a missing blocks. Yeah, once you got to the point of the power of Flower of Power, you know, it was basically infinite whatever you wanted. It got silly, so I kind of went, nah, it's a little bit OP, but it would have been fun to have in. And I know Equivalence, yep, that's the one, the Flower of Power. I had my computer craft doors with the frames and things, but yeah, it's there is obviously Pahamar has restarted on Equivalence Exchange, but I don't think it's any. Whilst it's been installed on Forgecraft, a lot of the mods that are installed on Forgecraft are early alpha, well, definitely early beta, and some of them are even early alpha. So I think, you know, you do want a degree of stability on your server, so that's why we didn't go that particular route at this time. How are we going there? And what time is it? Oh, we're good on time. I mean game time, not play time. It's only quarter past, so there's no problem on terms of play time. But yeah, Tekkit was a classic mod hack, and it was what got me into modern Minecraft, to be fair. The old Yogscast Jaffa Factory series, the last good series that the Yogscast did. Anybody who's a fan of the Yogscast, sorry, I'm not deliberately jumping. I still watch them now and again. I like the Yog Labs stuff just for the scripted stupidness. And you know, I've never watched them for, well, ever since the Jaffa Factory, which was reasonably factual, back when Duncan actually knew what the hell he was talking about. But yeah, it's those days have long gone. Alright, I'm gonna have fun getting back up there, aren't I? Alright, let me just need to go and get some more marble, which we should have some more cooked, and I can get some more cooked down there. Oh god, I get so dizzy running up and down these stairs. I'm really I should get that elevator in sooner rather than later. But yeah, no, I like, yeah, Yogscast. They're good for a giggle, but they're not something you can watch for serious Minecraft advice. That's my personal opinion anyway. And of course, as a personal opinion, it is an opinion and it's entirely mine. So if you disagree, that's fine. That is, after all, what the word personal opinion means. So yeah, let me just get a slurp on this. Alright, and I'm going to go, I should be alright, I've got a little bit of cobble. Let's get this dome done so I can get rid of that glowing thing on the top, and then we can start thinking about how we're going to yeah, I like it. Illumination's going to be interesting. We'll be able to drop some glowstone carved chunk. I'll be able to microblock up some glowstone and drop something down, some kind of icicle-y like. Icicle-y like, is that even a word? Does it? Well, it is now, I just said it. Hup, and hup, hup, hup. Right, where are we? So, what the hell? What the hell was I talking about before I started bashing the Yogscast? Oh dear. There are times, I mean, there are a lot of YouTubers I watch, and to be honest, I'll be honest, some of them at the moment I'm going off a little bit because they've changed the you know what I've just done, don't you? I forgot to chisel it. Yeah, there's some that have changed the direction of the channel. So I was a huge fan of Generic B, and I still watch a few of Generic's videos, but not as many as I used to because his direction has changed. Not necessarily for the worst, but in a different direction to the direction that I enjoy watching. So yeah, it is. It is a. I mean, come on, you know, any mod that has tentacles is going to fit right into a Lovecraftian milieu without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, so you know, I kind of gone off watching Generic. B-Dubs as kind of his direction has changed to the point where most of the content he puts out doesn't really interest me. So again, I don't watch. I don't sit there and bash him for it. I don't make comments on his videos and go, you know, threaten to unsubscribe. In fact, I'm still subscribed because, you know, people can and will do change direction. And I mean, you know, if you just have to look that Etho and Doc have both started playing on Hermitcraft. Does that mean they've stopped playing on Minecraft? No, it means that Minecraft is virtually dead at the moment, and they're wanting to play Minecraft because that's what their channel is based on. And they're sticking to their. I mean, Doc does play other games, but Etho pretty much Minecraft all the way. And you know, if he wants to play Minecraft on an active server with active players, you can't blame him. Oh, nearly there. But you know, I mean, I'm watching. I don't know whether any of you guys are watching, but I watch Biffa a lot. He's also Hermitcraft. Mainly because he's doing Material Engine Hypercubed, and it's interesting to see it taken from a different play style. I think that's one way of saying it. The way of saying it, Biffa is very much more aggressive in his blasting into the various spatial chambers, and I'm entirely the opposite. I kind of creep round like a thief in the night and try to avoid any combat whatsoever, and if I can come up with a creative way of killing things quickly and get them out of my way, then I will do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's, I mean, I think that's why we all watch people on YouTube and people who play the games we play. It's to see different perspectives and different thoughts and different ideas of how to do things. And yeah, and I'm sure, you know, Jenny will not lose any sleep knowing that I've not watching as much of his stuff as I used to. Because, you know, I'm not even sure how many subs he's up to now. What's it? Something like about 700,000 other subs will. And I mean, I'm watching the Aquanautica. I do like that Aquanautica game. Looks very interesting. But some of them I look at and go, no, not me. Friday Night at Freddy's, not interested. Not interested even if it was Saturday Night at Freddy's. But then again, horror scare games don't really interest me at all anyway, so you know, that's fair dues. Did I put all my cobble away except for about right? Let me just chisel this up here and get this while I'm up here. I might as well do that, and I will take this tree out. That's not going to stay there. Right, I need to get you out. I'll keep this marble though. Go and get some more cobble. I haven't yet. No, I keep on looking at it, and obviously I can make it automatically using my living rock machine. So you know, there's no reason why I couldn't. I just haven't. Right. So what did I want? Cobble. So I'll take you. I will take you and you and a couple of you, and we'll get rid of that. Basalt cobblestone. Now that, I think, might make an interesting trim. Let's go and cook some basalt cobblestone, shall we? Alright. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I've been watching a lot of recently is Skylines. And to the point that I actually bought it. I have played it a little. I haven't had as much time to play it as I would have liked. But I didn't even check whether that started cooking, you know, I just assumed it would. And I've kind of ummed and ahed about, do I play it and record it a little bit and put it up there, or do I just, you know, stick with what I know? And it's a difficult one because I like the game. It's got a lot of good play options. Let's just go and see how our power's doing. You are full while we're waiting on that. Almost full, 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 full. So yeah, it has recovered. I think it was just that charger that really hammered it out there and just killed it. So I'm going to have to be cautious before I put on that what's the word I'm looking for, the chest is the word I'm looking for. But once we've got that on there, I can definitely use that. How much of this do you think I'll need? I'll take some of that just to start off with, because I've got stuff to do. I can't sit here watching this all day. Well, I can, but it won't make the most interesting viewing. Let's go up this way. Yeah, so my viewing habits are changing. I do, because I'm not just... there are games I like which I have tried LPing, and to be honest, I am not good at them. I won't say I was good at any game, but there are games where you instinctively know you are not as good as other games. Is that a good way of saying it? I don't know. So World of Tanks, for example. I love World of Tanks. It's a great game, but I fell off. But I would not say that I was a competent World of Tanks player. I am at best average. My win rate isn't particularly high, and you know, whilst winning isn't everything in most games, unfortunately in World of Tanks that's the objective, and you can't really give people advice on how to play a game if you can't play it well enough yourself. It just kind of seems sensible to me. Right, let me get back in here and just take you out of the picture. So I'll have windows on those three sides. I think that side there, in fact let's black you out of there as well. I've got lots of thoughts on it. Unfortunately it involves me getting 8 ghast tiers. Well, 4, because obviously we can then use the crops to grow them. But my build is going to be Doctor Who like, shall we say. Or at least one of the builds. I have got an idea for a build that is not Doctor Who like, but I have the ultimate thing is it is going to be a mobile base. I suppose is, yeah, mobile base. What more can I say? If you haven't worked out what I'm going to do in it yet, then I'm sure given time you will. But I'm going to have a home base to return to as well with the mobile base. You know what, just get out of my way. So we'll get you and you to there. So it'd be interesting. I don't know exactly how it'll work, but yeah, the ship is going to be incredibly simple and incredibly small. I started off playing around with trying to build a big airship, and I kept on hitting the 2,000 block limit, and that was annoying me, so I realised that the best way to do it is to avoid the 2,000 block limit entirely. So I've come up with a way to do that, and hopefully contain pretty much all the items I need in a base. And I think it will be interesting. So see, you've already got you've already figured it out. The ship itself will probably come in at about it'll be under 100 blocks, probably, maybe 200 tops. But it will have room in it for a full Thaumcraft setup, a full blood magic setup, a full storeroom, and more. Like I say, Doctor Who theory. I wanted to do it with the geo chest, but because of the duplication glitch, I couldn't. That was just not gonna. That was not gonna fly. Okay, so I think that will be our big glass window there. Okay. Yeah, what I discovered is I was playing around with the geo chest to see whether it would work for the design I had in mind, and I started playing around with the automagy stuff, and I laid down a very simple automagy redstone circuit, and then geochested it shut, and the geochest took all of the redstone crystal things in with it, but it also popped them off so you could pick them up. Okay, we're going to need to illuminate in here a little bit for the time being because it's darker than the devil's arsehole. And if anybody thinks that's rude, I actually live near a place, well, I used to live very near a place called the Devil's Ass. Used to drive up it regularly. Hiya. That sounds wrong actually. Now I come to say it, I'm kind of thinking that doesn't sound right. I used to drive up the Devil's Ass. That's going to get me some trouble. No, the Devil's Ass is a peak, is a valley in near Sheffield, where I used to live. And right, get you. Let's have that. I may bring this all the way down. I think I will bring this all the way down, but I just want to. How's it going to be? Which is going to be the easiest way to do this? Probably from the outside, actually. Well, it started out as a Thaumcraft room, and it's now a Thaumcraft observatory. And while I'm up here now we've got the structure built, I will probably take the opportunity to light up the top as well. Okay, that's that, and that's that. There. Where do we think? To about here? Yeah, I think that'd probably work. Something like that. And then we need to illuminate. And I'm not talking monks with pretty colours on pages here. We did that there, didn't we? Bang. Bang. Oh, itchy nose. Excuse me. And bang. And then we've got this bit here, which that's not going to be there, so we'll put a light there and a light there. And then we'll take you out all the way down. We need to put some illumination. Well, let's see, if I go there, does that cover that? It does. And similarly, if I go there, did that get it? Got everything that mattered, didn't it? Just want to make sure there's no creepers dropping in for afternoon tea unannounced, because as I say, a creeper dropping in on your infusion crafting is going to make the world a very unhappy place, and probably quite tainted as well. Think that we got it. It wasn't going to be this big. They made me. Actually, I didn't really take that much making, to be fair. Right, so if I get some more of the basalt and bring that down all the way down there, I think that will look good. Let's go and get it. Quick way down. Oh. You know, I'll probably get a lot less hassle if I lit that area up down there, wouldn't I? Because I'm always finding mobs spawning out this way. Yeah, that'll do a bit. It's a bit better. Whee! Nope, suicide squids. Well, what do we think? Let's have a step back before I go back up and finish that off. Oh yeah, I think that needs a lip coming out all the way around at that level, just to make it not look so much like a dildo. Yeah, I think that wouldn't hurt. As I say, just a lip running around. Now whether I do it with carpenter's stairs and give it that kind of a bit more three-dimensionality, I don't know. Oh, trust me. Internally, it'll be several thousand blocks, but they won't count towards its limit. But I've got to get those gas tiers first, so I think the next thing, now I've got some magic going on in Mage 3, I think my next mission is going to be get myself a decent bow, and I'm going to be playing with tinkers, because those tinkers bows are pretty neat, and I think we're a long way off ever getting close to one of these things in the pack, which obviously will be the ultimate in bow. But the tinkers bows, I've come up with some designs that I can basically pretty much one-shot anything with the crossbow, short bow. I mean, you can one-shot anything with a longbow every shot out of the bag, but providing it hits, because it's got the worst accuracy of all of them. Alright, let's have a look. Of course, I've got to still get over my phobia of upsetting zombie pigmen who think that they own all the ores in the nether. Ooh, level 30. Well, internally, I'm not dissatisfied with that at all. Externally, I definitely do think we need a lip going around the outside. Although I am very tempted to go and not use stairs for that one and just keep it simple with a bit of this going on as a, oh god, if I can get myself around. Okay, so effectively effectively that one, yeah, effectively do this all the way around the outside. Stop it, chisel. So yeah, I think again, I'm keep it simple. Sometimes because we can always spruce it up with a little bit of ivy or vines or a bit of bush. Nothing that bush won't solve. So let's just see what it looks like, because these are fully illuminated as well by the looks of it. And there, and there, and there. I think that kind of works to that point. Now let's just scotch. Have I still got? Yes, must have had it still on. Can't remember whether I turned F7 on or off, but well, we'll soon find out when I can see some ground. Okay, and around this way. And then over here, this tree has got to go, and I will get rid of it. In fact, it's going now. Right this second. Right, let's go. Wrong way. Let's go and have a look at that with the lip on it. And get rid of the F7 key. Right, so what was going to be a small mage tower is now an observatory. So, what do we think? Do you think the lip works? I'll tell you what, I have missed one block. How am I for flight? Not brilliant. You can get the telescope coming out of that. I think that'll look pretty good. What time are we at? I'm not sure whether it's better with a lip or without, you know. I can always refine it. I do know where I did miss a bit though. Oh God, he says bouncing into the wrong place. It was that one there, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah, it was. Let me just go and check round here. I need to reference another side. No, I think actually we need to take those out, and that will balance that up a little. Oh, ranged mining. How I miss you. Oh no, I've got it back now. It's alright. Not a problem. Something I'm going to be interested. I don't know. Have any of you guys tried on the server yet? Obviously, we know the zombie pigmen can aggro on you for mining their ores. You know that they, have claimed as their own, selfish gits and all that. Has anybody tried mining ores in the nether with magic yet? Because sometimes, I'm not suggesting that this will actually work, but I have certainly found in the past that sometimes something you do with magic works. No, that one should be like that, shouldn't it? That was the one that... Let me just check. Hup. Yes, so that's It might be an interesting experiment to do. I may have to go and do it myself and risk dying. I can't in all good consciousness ask other people to die. Especially since we don't have a death counter on this one, so I don't really care. Although I'll probably go in and try and come up with a means of avoiding getting killed by angry zombie pigmen who think that the nether ores belong to them. But if that works, that could be useful. So yeah, I am actually happy with this. It needs obviously some work down here. We do need to get some glass in these windows. And what I am thinking in here is magic wall, just in carpenter's blocks, just to fill in the gaps where it's not got the telescope, kind of a bit like a force field. Might work. I don't think I'm going to get the telescope done tonight though, because that's likely going to be a pain in the backside. But I can get the windows done. Let's go and see what we've got in the way of colours. Purple, of course. Have I got any purple? I have one purple dye. Have I got any glass? I have got glass. Now, if I remember rightly, can you do this? So, but 8 years. There we go. Purple glass. Brilliant. Now, how do I make purple dye? That's red and blue, isn't it? Purple is red and blue. There we go. That'll do us. And then we'll get more glass. And pop one of them in there. 16, it's only 6, 12, I need 18 probably. That should do us, I think. And then we can bang and bang and bang and bang. That should be enough, I think. Yeah, that's another way of doing it. Although you do have to be careful. There are some recipes that insist on vanilla dyes. I don't think glass is one of them, but there are a few. I'm trying to think what it was that we got caught out with on the last version of the pack. Okay, let's just get this tight. Adds a bit of colour. I don't know whether I can reach that. I can't. Of course not. Why would I be able to? The other thing I've been doing recently, which you won't know about because it's not released yet, and it's going to be a number of weeks before it is released, is I started a new Let's Build Modded series, which I'm kind of doing whenever I get the opportunity because it's a big project. But yeah, so we've got a 1.7 version of Let's Build Modded pack. I've got the dev version of Chisel, which gives me so many block options it's untrue. And I'm trying to do something that I've never done before, which is a starship. So when that comes out, you'll see what I mean. But it's going to be, if you're familiar with them, it's the idea is Battlestar Galactica meets Starship Troopers. That's the kind of ship I'm going for, and it's big. It's bigger than that. So I think I'm doing it about 280 meters long, something like that. We could do. Let's have a look, see what we get. I can always take them. Well, I haven't got Silk Touch on that, but I think I've got Silk Touch on something. But is there anything that we like? Quadrant glass. Borderless glass. I'm not clean on borderless for this. Stained glass pane. Purple glass panel. Purple fancy. Let me just... Have I got anything with Silk Touch on? I know my spell hasn't got Silk Touch yet. I don't think it has. Certainly not got enough to use it right now. No, I'd have to make a Silk Touch, but let's just let's just check out this. We'll go up here where it's quite bright, see what we think to this, because I can always waste a couple. I think that could work actually. I was a little bit wary of using Chisel 2 because it's still dev. In there, I emptied that. My God, that makes a change. Yeah, so I was a little bit wary. I probably will change that glass out for this, but I'll do that maybe after I've got myself a silk. In fact, I suppose I could get a silky jewel, couldn't I? What's the? It's got modified. I don't really want that. No, I don't want that to be Silk Touch. I've probably got another pick somewhere though. Let me just go and have a look. There we go. I knew I'd got one. Okay, let's go and change out for these things. See what we. Yeah, I knew I'd got one. I just couldn't remember where I put it. Like so many things. Okay, you. Okay, let's give this one a try for size then. Yes, that is definitely, I like that more. It's richer. Yeah, that's definitely more me. It's got the purple that I so desire. So let's get you out. Oh, bomb. Let me just fill in as I go, that way nothing jumps up and surprises me. Because I don't like surprises, unless they're nice surprises. Right, where's my chisel gone? There. So we're back to that, and whoops. Yeah, it's a richer colour, which I think is definitely more in keeping, but we definitely need to do something in there. There is one thing I want to do actually this stream as well before I do finish, and it's something, it's entirely cosmetic and frivolous, but I think it will look pretty cool if we can do it, and it's a Britannia thing. So we'll just finish this off, which I think will not take as long, and then I just want to try this thing while it is still night. Okay, let me just have a look at this thing, Starfield Creator. So I need some Elementium, Pixie Dust and Obsidian. Elementium we get in, what was it, 2 mana steel for 1 Elementium, I think. Let's go and have a look. And the Pixie Dust was a mana pearl, I think. Let's go and see, have I got my Britannia book on me? Yes. Bang, bang. Alphamancy resources. Yeah, so it's 2 mana steel for 1 Elementium and a mana pearl for Pixie Dust. Easy, easy peasy, easy, easy. let's have a start off. We've got 3, so I need 4, so I need some iron. What? You know what, just take a wodge. I don't know why I'm sat faffing around worrying about piddly little quantities. We need that, and I need a pearl, just the one, and then we can check the star field creator, and it wants a block of obsidian. Right, let's go quickly down here while it is still night time. And I don't know whether you've seen this, but this is without a doubt one of, right, we'll borrow you. So I needed 8, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. Oops, got too many. And 1 of those. Okay, elves, can I have some pixie dust, please? And also, can I have... You know what? I'll have the lot. Thank you. I love those elves. They're such good traders. I'm just waiting for a future version of this for us to find out that there is some ulterior motive behind these elves. Starfield creator. Now I am going to be wasteful because I want to finish this while it's still night, and just use a quick swig on that. I'll need to make a refill at some point, but I want to make a decent potion before. Come on, before night falls, and this can go slap bang in the middle up here. In fact, we'll take you out. We will place you there. And then look at the stars come out. I'll also just stick a... Right, can I get in here safely without dying too much? Probably. So basically, all it does is make a really pretty star field. But with us having an observatory, it just seems oddly appropriate to have that going on up there. Oh, boo, it's daytime. Stars have gone. Anyway, guys, so I think that's probably as much as I'm going to try and do today. We've got a goodly amount built. I've got a telescope to bring in, and I'll bring it well up so there'll be like a platform set above the ground, so your observatory's up there, and then your Thorncraft stuff is all down here. But yeah, that was thanks for that idea anyway. That was a really good idea to do the observatory, albeit bigger than I anticipated. Let's just go and have one last look at it from the outside, and I think at that point I'll call it a day, because unfortunately I've got work tomorrow, and I've also got to take my car into the garage because it's decided it's going to losing. It's not things, but I think get a little bit of bush and roughen up around the edges up there, get the telescope sticking out, some illumination, and I think that will look pretty damn good. What constellation? That would have to be the Plough, mainly because there was a particularly memorable Sex Pistols album back when I was a lad, and I wasn't a punk before anybody asked, but I do remember this one where they had a sketch where they were talking about stargazing, and it went something along the lines of, and you'll have to excuse my accent here, but it was like, yesterday afternoon me and Martin went stargazing. We didn't have much luck because it were afternoon and the stars weren't out. We hope to have better luck tomorrow afternoon. A good constellation to spot is the Plough. This consists of several stars in the shape of a plough. Another good constellation to spot is the Big Willy. And it goes on very much like that. It's probably Orion, to be honest, because it's one I always easily recognise, Orion's belt. And it's one that is very frequently, there's a bloody chocobo running around out here, isn't there? Frequently visible in our area. So yeah, if I was going to say any, it'd probably be Orion. Orion because I know it, and the plough because it has memories of a misspent youth. Well, not too misspent, but misspent enough, you know. So yeah, anyway, I think on that note I am going to call it. I'm just going to let that chocobo roam free. If he dies, he dies. And I will see you either on the server or next time. But I'm hoping you mean Orion. Yeah, he's like, what do you call your kid? Plough. Actually, yeah, it's a good job we didn't say the Big Dipper as well, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to call it a night at that. It's probably going to be a double split episode, this one, to upload anyway, because of the way Twitch works. So, till next time, I'll see you soon, and thank you very much for watching.